So this game is going to be something a little bit near and dear to me. By the way, I'm Armored Chocobo, and I make video game videos for the internet. I originally said this is 1993. It's not. It's 1997. Lands of Lore 2, Guardians of Destiny. This is probably the first PC game I actually owned, and like earlier this year, or sometime last year, I was reminded about it again. I'm not quite sure how I started thinking about this game again, but I was like, yeah, I should cover this game. Why haven't I covered this game? And mostly it's because it's a DOS game. And I don't know how to work a DOS box. But I went on Good Old Games, GOG. They were selling Lands of Lore 1 and Lands of Lore 2, Guardians of Destiny, for like $3. And it comes with its own version of DOSBox that works just fine on my PC. I was going to leave this as a stream, but it's got some audio issues. It's very, very quiet. And instead of having to maximize my audio every time I stream it, I was like, I might as well just do video, because then I could just increase it in post. But this is a sequel to a dungeon crawler called Lands of Lore. I can't remember the name of it, but Lands of Lore. It was a dungeon crawler, kind of like the first Shin Megami Tensei or Ultima, I think was one of them, where you go grid by grid in a dungeon, like Shining into Darkness. That's one I could remember as that kind of style. This one is more first-person, very similar to first-person games you would see nowadays, like, hey, Oblivion and Skyrim. So I played a bit of it. I got one right there. That's somewhere in Chapter 2. This game had like 4 discs that went with it. It was around the time where having multiple discs for games were a thing. Final Fantasy VII had 3. This game had 4. Final Fantasy VIII appeared a couple of years later, and I had 4. Stuff like that. And you had to constantly switch discs. I think Doom did that too, if I remember correctly. I think Doom had disc switching. At least Doom 3 did, I think. But I got this game, I believe I got this game at a fairground seller. Was selling computer stuff. And I had this game. I had no idea what I was getting in for. Either that or I was gifted it. But there's voice acting. There's FMV. This might be really early green screen stuff. It's going to be pixely as hell because it's 1997 and I'm playing in a 1080p. So that's going to happen. There's voice acting and no subtitles. There's no subtitles. So I'm just going to have to shut up when the actors are talking or try to add subtitles later. I don't know what I'm going to decide yet. Ah, 1997. You can't tell very well because of the pixelization. That's supposed to be a little cat girl. That's supposed to be Royal Tails, my cat princess OC. But they did some extensive green screening with this game, and it turned out pretty darn well for the late 90s. Okay, you see the coolest flower you've ever seen. Now get real close to the camera so you're not pixely. Yeah, we need to get that prosthetics working. Yeah, you're a cat looking at a flower. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Now crawl like a baby for me. I said crawl like a baby. You're gonna get attacked by a spider.
Not now, Jaquel. Belial's mother is awake.
What do we have to fear from a dead god?
Belial has arranged his own resurrection. Before his execution, he created a magical beast to serve as his new mother. Even now, she spawns her lesser children as a prelude to her final maternity.
What will you do, sire?
My long vision is not quite over.
What about the mortals? What protection will you offer them?
There is one who is cursed with the power to oppose Belial. But he rests in the Gladstone dungeon and has no understanding of his destiny.
So, you're Luther, son of Scotia. You don't look so impressive to me.
How about now? Do I look impressive now?
No!
And he'll never have a job working in the green screen again. Yeah, those gates are a little bit too big for what's going out of your gate. He's gone. He's out of here. And the game could finally begin. So, there's a little bit of lore in our Lands of Lore we need to talk about. We're playing as Luther, which looks like Tommy Wiseau with a beard. And he is the son of the big bad evil woman from the first Lands of Lore. She had some beef with the Kingdom of Gladstone. She wanted to kill the king. She also was trying to use the power of some kind of ancient artifact to resurrect that Mother of Beasts thing they were mentioning. It's going to revive, basically, Diablo.
Stalagmite.
But when she got killed, she transferred the power of that ancient artifact into Luther, and it gave him wild magic shape-shifting powers. He can't control them. He turns into a lizard or a beast at random. It's a big part of the gameplay gimmick. As you can see, it's very 3D. I use WASD because it's, you know, easy. It's 2025. It's easier for me. But you can also play with the arrow key. Okay, it can't play with the arrow keys. I must have changed the binding, but I could have sworn the arrow keys did something too. But I got a crystal. Say hello to our first weapon. A lot of the stuff in this game involves the mouse. You can look up and down, but it's on the Q and Z buttons. And if you want to center it, which button is that? It's something out of the way. I know it is. That's not it. Oh, it's the X button, actually. So Q, Z, and X to center my vision. It's a very... It's 97. It's 1997. But I got a club.
Well, go on. What are you afraid of? He's down there somewhere. I'll wait here by the entrance.
Hey, you're 3D. You're not green screened. Press for help on combat. No, I can pretty much handle it. If you want to do a melee attack, hit the F button. If you want to cast a spell, hit the G button. Or you could just click on them. Like that. What I'm doing is I'm following this guy. I'm gonna wait for him to step on something. Like that water over there. Maybe that water over there. Eventually he'll step in water. And Luther has a little bit of magic. Goodbye. I have some electricity magic. I also have healing magic. Because I need it, but it's very expensive. Obviously, it's the beginning of the game. I can't do magic much. But you got a sword. Oh, I need to keep that, actually.
Burnt mail.
It's a pitiful day if this is Gladstone's best.
Luther likes to quip. But this game really benefits from you knowing it in advance, because you can make things a lot easier for yourself later. I could have sworn you had a shield, too. Did you have a shield? Nope, you just turned into a flat JPEG that's always facing me now. Excellent. That's how everybody dies. First things first. Oops, all arrows. Why did I name it Oops, all arrows?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, probably not a great idea to leave this cave. So this is going to be a King's Quest V type of scenario where I'm just going to save before silly deaths happen.
Oh.
Also, I could have sworn I could pick that up.
Oh.
There's some rocks I could pick up. Bat! Bats! Bats are there.
I like the pretty lights.
I bet it's showing us where we need to go, but I need some more crystal. I need at least 3 crystal in my inventory. Trust me, you'll be thanking me in about 10 hours. Roughly. This game is about 10 hours long.
I bet there's some way over there.
Looks like there's some way over there. Only we had some kind of shape-shifting power that we could control.
No.
Unfortunately, no, we can't really control it. This is the beast mode. You can't cast magic anymore.
Yeah! What the?
Get back here. Get back here. I have improved physical damage.
Next time, be more careful.
Well, you did just murder him in plain sight. So, you know. There's parts of the game that are scripted that you're going to transform, and sometimes it just happens at random. But most of the time it's scripted. And that spot there is going to change you into a lizard or a beast. The lizard could go in underneath that overhang over there because it's really small and fast.
If only I could reach that.
The beast is big, so we can move rocks out of the way. I thought I had to grab it. To be completely honest, this is probably the second time I was able to be a beast in that particular section. It really wants you to be a lizard. I got a ranged weapon. I got a rock. What I could really use is a torch. But conveniently, in this cave, there's plenty of lit torches. Oh, an arrow. And this is where you would pop out as the lizard. The lizard is the opposite of beast. It doesn't have very good physical damage, but it can cast spells and is slightly better at them. After a while, you get changed back.
This curse seems to be good for something.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that a lot.
Cave aloe.
Cave aloe is a healing item. It's a good idea to keep several of them on hand, especially in the beginning, when healing magic is very expensive.
Just my luck to have the furlough cancel for this pig hunt.
Step lively, lad. 'Tis no pig today. We are hunting Scotia's beast boy.
So that's Kenneth. Kenneth is a fun lad. He's like the first bad guy of the game. He wants to put us back in jail and or execute us. You know what? You need magic. I said you need magic.
Shield.
Oh, good, I have a shield. That's defensive power, that's your physical attack power, but it's you're just punching power. That's weapon power, and it's ranged. Obviously, you're not going to see a lot going into the fist department, unless we have certain items. There's lots of weird magical items in this game. And that's a rad roach. I only need 3 for what I need way ahead. There is no other use for a cave crystal, besides clubbing people over the head with them. Ooh, is this the room house? No. No, not quite yet. But, I think we could do something here. There's so many different ways to play this game, that's why it sticks in my memory. You could be good, you could be evil. There's several different ways to solve problems. Like, check this thing out. You got a stalagmite with water.
Jerk.
No, a stalactite. Tight to the ceiling. How about I hit it? More water. Actually, I think I need to hit more of them to get the desired effect, but that's the first one. Unless I have to hit it more. I remember having to hit it more. By the way, you could drown in this game. Luther can't swim, so be very careful with water deeper than you are. Like, say, over there.
Huh?
Huh? Who did that? I think that was the cockroach. I think they can yoink things out of your inventory. By the way, that's the map. And you have to zoom up here. That's the map. I think arrow keys work on the map. Alright. That's where we started. That's where we are. And it fills out as you go. And it can get really confusing. Stop that. Yeah, I think you just yeeted a cave aloe out of my inventory and it's stuck in the rock textures. Like, it must have slid into a rock texture somewhere over here, and now I can't find it. Gee, thanks for stealing my healing. That's why you don't let cockroaches live. If you see them towards you, you say nay. And then you hit them with your sword. Okay, that is progress, I think. This is a big room. Press for help on targeting. Well, you can also hit the N key. And you can go into ranged mode. But only if you have a ranged weapon to go in ranged mode with. So, I need like a bow, crossbow, and then I can T-pose on a wolf. Is that one? I'm doing this for a specific reason. That one. And that one looks like it has a lot of water. Goodbye! How did it not take me with it? I don't know. I stood off to the side. Take that, guard. You've just got washed away.
And that.
There's an axe here. And another shield. And I think he dropped a pole arm of some sort somewhere. The items kind of stick out, but also don't stick out. There it is.
Halberd.
This is slower than the sword, but it's more powerful.
Oh.
You don't need to carry things with you. There's no gold system in the game. You don't need to sell items. You can probably throw them and do some things with that, but there's no real call for it. There's no real call for it. I got this halberd, and if you fall down that pit, you die. So don't do it. Also, it's also filling up. Oh, I forgot about this. If you linger long enough. I had a whole strategy guide on this. I need to really scoop it. I think it's in my closet. If not, I'm going to buy it on one of the book websites for like $5. Because I really want that book again. The manual was a hoot to read. He was talking about how the beast form can't get a girlfriend because of his looks. The strategy guide was very similar. This is the way we need to go. And the game teaches you about something else. You can grab and pull things out of your way. Just like that. To make yourself through. It teaches you more things about it later. I think I saw a video where if you're able to remove these walls here using a cheat code, there's actually some broken endgame items in there. It must be some kind of, like, dev thing.
Hey, you!
Hi. Oh, you're there. Yeah, can you get a little bit closer? I couldn't hear you. Yeah, can you just a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Now, don't mind that. That's just Godzilla. And yeah, right about there. Okay, I have miscalculated because I'm bad at math. Let's talk about this.
Oh.
Let's talk about your useless sword. The halberd is stronger, but it's also slower, obviously. But I can still use a shield with it. I need a ranged weapon. I think I might have seen everything. Hi, friend. I got magic for you. In fact, I can do this too. Hit him at a distance. There's a Skyrim-style battle system going on here for leveling. Killing enemies with a weapon gets you more physical prowess. Killing enemies with magic gets you more magical prowess. It's a good idea to level both evenly. This looks unfamiliar to me, which means I haven't been down here before. So let's check it out. No, I saw that cockroach. Oh my goodness! Die. Die. This cave has a roach problem. And not a roche problem.
Disgusting.
Miscellaneous help. It tells us how to stack things.
Oh.
Like, we can stack with
Orc
that.
shield.
Oh, that's a crappy shield.
Oh.
I want to eat it. Let me eat it. There we go.
Oh.
Little box. Pull the little box over here. Both the mouse and the WASD can control an item, which leads to funky things happening. Okay. I'm making myself a ladder. The game wants to show us how to make a ladder out of boxes. Easier said than done. Okay, that looks good. That certainly won't fall over. This game doesn't have physics. It's not advanced enough for that yet. Maybe I can get up later like this. What's up here?
Broken mace.
Yeah. Garbage. Garbage.
Orc shield.
Oh.
Garbage.
Ew. Oh.
That. It's not even an item. That's just junk. That's just junk. What about over here? Skulls! Turn around! There's a human skull on the ground. Human skulls on the ground. Turn around.
Oh. Unusual.
Unusual? Yeah, it's kind of unusual to see a glowing ribcage. I agree. Knock, knock. This does a thing. Where does this lead? What's in the bag?
Disgusting.
What's in the bag? Hi, friend.
Luther,
How do you know me?
you are son of Scotia. Is Dark Army victorious?
My mother is dead.
Well, that sucks. For the bad guys.
If Scotia dead, Luther is new leader of Dark Army. Hail Luther!
Hail, Luther!
Well,
Me, injured, must wait while others attack Gladstone. Special present for Luther, hidden in caves. I rest a minute, then get for you.
Okay. You can just go ahead and go get on that. I'll just move on ahead. He says he has a special present for me. But he ain't looking too good either. Oh. Yeah, he was... Well... Some dark army we got here, Luther. Tell you what. What's that other way, then? Like, there's a door here. Is it supposed to open that, or does it just not open?
oh.
I remember going a different way the last time, now. Where's that fork in the road again? This is some oil. I bet if we could lure a guard onto that, we could fry him. What would it do if we just spark it? Not much. We're good. It's just on fire now. Obviously, don't walk in fire. I shouldn't have to tell you this. Or cave aloe. I hear that 90s website sound. It sounds like a dog or something. I can't even describe the sound really. Okay, well that means we're not going into the fire pit. That is something we're not doing. I was hoping to turn into the beast. There's a couple of giant cockroaches there. The beast could take them. Luther himself could probably take them. Lizard? Lizard has no chance. He'll take way too much damage, and he doesn't have very good spells right now. So we're gonna have to just go around it. We'll go this way. I hope you like big chunky pixels. This game is full of them. I know how to cast magic. I do this. Closer. Closer. That's what you get for being a guard. I heard these guys were supposed to be quite formidable in the first game, but now they turned them into goons. They're just gooning it up. That occasional pause you see where there's a loading bar over here, this game has an autosave. So every few minutes or so it's gonna autosave for you, just in case you die a horrible death. This looks like the end of the level.
Escape from my jail, will you? Kenneth has you now, runt.
You, Lieutenant? Why do you take this all so personally?
He's not a court-martial hanging over your head personal.
Sorry, but surely you understand my position.
I understand that your corpse is coming back with me. I'm in uniform 42 years now, and I have no desire to outlive my term in the guard.
Well, maybe you should be better at setting traps.
Strange.
Because the solution to the trap is right here. And that was Kenneth. Why are we in jail? Well, it's because everybody hates us for being the son of Scotia. The witch that tried to kill the king. We didn't do anything wrong. They just threw us in jail for the... Somebody had to suffer, I guess. Guardian Order. This thing turns your spells into fire spells for a little while. This thing summons a sword to fight for you. And a crossbow. And also we could play around with these levers. We could do that. And we could do that, this, and I think that just ruins the guard's day. No, actually, we need a way to close the gate. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna ruin their day. They can't get into the room to change the levers, and they can't get through here. There's absolutely no way that they're going to be able to follow us, especially if I do this. Let me turn around. Let me save, just in case gravity works. That... Oh, gravity works! Luther can't swim! I wasn't standing far enough back. There we go. Break enough of the chains, it just falls apart. So, there's absolutely no way they could follow us now, right? No way.
Hey, you!
What do you think you're going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? I ask you. How is this going to happen, sir? It doesn't! It doesn't! You're gone!
It's Luther! Grab him!
How?
Halt! You may not bring your fight in here. You must all leave at once.
Luther may stay.
But he's an escaped prisoner.
Are we not all prisoners of our own destiny?
Yeah, well, but he's a real prisoner, and he must be tried for his crimes against Gladstone. And we're not leaving here without him.
Mortal right and wrong are not my concern. Leave or I will send you.
Indeed. We will find you, Luther. The Gladstone guards will not forget this embarrassment.
You look like a Monty Python character.
Nobody approaches the mighty Draurical without an offering.
He may approach.
Sire, I...
You surprise me, Luther.
But you're the Draurical. They say you can see the past and the present. Surely you knew I would seek your counsel.
Past, future, nothing is certain.
The past I would leave forget. I had assumed you could direct my future. Surely you know of the curse I have carried since my mother's death.
Your mother, Scotia, did indeed steer a darkening course. Guard carefully the ancient magic she sent you. And although you suffer some from lack of control...
Lack of control? I change into beasts. Please, help me shed this thing. Tell me what to do!
I am but an observer of mortal affairs. I cannot advocate.
But...
Be still. Do not relinquish your own responsibility so quickly. Others, for good or evil, will gladly relieve you of your burden to suit their own designs. A wise man determines his own future.
Can you provide me then with a hint?
The answers you seek are likely found in the great southern continent among a race of cat-like creatures. The shining path in the anteroom beyond can convey you to the continent.
I thank you, sire.
When others come, I will guide them as well.
And that was part 1, the tutorial. I could do other things. In fact, that's what I'm going to save it as. I could do other things. But it's been like 30 minutes now, just for this one video. And we got a good introduction about what this game is about and how it plays, and yeah, we just got started, and there is a big side area if you know where to look. Good night, everybody.